Good morning, you beautiful people, in Mikon's wonderful Garden of Eden, drinking a coffee. So this video is going to be a little bit different. I've been not wanting to make this video for a while, and then I thought, maybe I should get it out of my system and just make it and get it over and done with. I have a bug, an online stalker that I've banned from my channel just over a year ago. I had to ban him from my emails, mark him as spam, ban him from several other places, Discord and Facebook, etc. But he keeps on finding me and he keeps on hating on me. So I thought, let's make a video. What do you do? What is the best way to handle it? How do you handle a pest in permaculture? And so when you have too many termites, you ask yourself, what is the worst that the termites can do, and what use can you have for them? This guy's been banned from my channel. He keeps on watching my channel, keeps on leaving negative comments everywhere. I leave a comment, he goes and leave a negative comment. He watches every video, I think, because he knows exactly what's happening in my life when he makes a comment. And so I ask myself, how can I turn that into a profit? How can I get the benefit of somebody that's, stalking me? How do you get the benefit of a stalker? So I thought, okay, let me turn that into a video, let me turn that into a profit. And so Steve, if you're watching, you paid for this coffee, mate. I thank you. I appreciate that, and I hope you're doing well. I hope this will maybe give you some peace. I hope this video gives you peace, and if it doesn't, then it's gonna give me more coffee. Every time I'm gonna leave a hurtful comment, I hope that turns people to my channel, and I hope they see what it's all about, and I hope that gives me more money, and I get the benefit of your hate. Then thought for a while of not naming him and just put a video in general. But the other people that I've banned from my channel, there was this guy that said, constantly left negative comments on how I treat my children and how I'm playing Darwin with them, and he can't wait to see which one dies first and things like that. I banned him, and I've never heard of him again. I can't even remember his name. Hopefully a year from now I can't remember Steve's name either. So I named Steve because he's got some cool and credible claims that he's got against me. He's definitely not an idiot. He's quite clever, and he knows quite a bit about permaculture. So I want to go through his claims, speak to you about them, and then you can make up your own mind. So let's start. The best way to start is here in Mikon's garden. So he said to me at some stage, listen, I think the whole thing went ape when I made this garden, and I wanted to make this garden and plant these thingies, and he said, listen, that's not a food forest, that's not permaculture. And I said, well, it's a market garden. I plant these things to sell, and I think it's permaculture in the idea that it's earth care, people care, and share the abundance. And he said, well, wrote me an email saying, listen, you call yourself the food forest Namibia, meaning that you only want to create a food forest. And it's not. I don't want to only create a food forest. My idea is to spread permaculture into Africa. I have to look after my family as well. So he thought that was lying. I'm lying to the public. And so obviously he's got different opinions on what I'm saying. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is 100% the truth. It's just the way I see it. But the way I understood it is that he was very unhappy with this garden here, saying that this is not permaculture. And so that was basically it. And then I banned him. That was almost to the day, exactly a year ago. Before I blocked him on YouTube, before I blocked his email as spam on my email, I blocked him on YouTube once. I can't remember exactly what for, but he was not happy with some of my members, and I got some notifications from people saying he wasn't happy with them. And he kept on mailing me about how mean people are to him. And it's okay. that he mails it once or twice, but I did tell him, listen, I can't handle getting mails at night, 12 o'clock, telling me how mean people were to you. It's not something, look how wonderful that, what do you call those things? Pomegranate is doing. Some bananas, I hope they survive the winter. We'll see. And moringa. I can't handle getting mail every time somebody's mean to you. And, you know, just stop doing the things that you are and people will stop being mean to you, I guess. But in any case, he kept on mailing me every time somebody replies to him in a mean way. I blocked him the first time on YouTube. He realized eventually that his comments are no longer being answered, and he asked me about it, and I said, listen, I'm sorry I did block you. Maybe I should go find that comment quickly. Okay, so this was more or less the conversation we had. He asked whether I turned off his comments. That was his last comment, and then I wrote this to him. Somewhere last week I had a rough day, and you posted a comment saying something to the tune of, my new swale has been up for 2 weeks without any results. I clicked on your comment, and up popped a thing asked if I want to hide the user, so I clicked it and I never saw your comments again. Then I go on to apologize for not telling him that I blocked him. And then I gave him some examples of some of the negative comments that I didn't enjoy making. I said to him that, where's this? I feel like he made much more negative comments than any positive comments. And I need, let me find some, sorry, I'm sitting here in Diamonds Forest, I don't know if you can see that. I'm struggling to keep pace of filming, working on the farm and keeping food on my table. I need more encouragement and way less critique in my life. Everything I do here takes time, and I'm going all over the place a bit, but you'll have to understand and be understanding when I let balls fall. You will need to stop being paranoid about somebody hacking into your account or hunting you in the comments. I don't want emails like that. I don't think either me or you are important enough for a hacker at this point in our lives. Please don't email me about Beshi or any other person that you don't like. It's the internet. There will be thousands over the next years that don't like you and then don't like me. Just scroll past and don't feed the trolls. Don't reply and don't engage. I'm sorry about not being man enough to say this to your face. And must remember, this guy keeps me awake at night. He sends me emails. Okay, so move this away. This is now just some mails that you go and see. This is what do you call this, thread. So there's more than one mail to some of these things. That's the last mail that he sent me about how evil I am. That was one where I cancelled his membership. I cancelled that. I said I don't want your money anymore. Not a food forest, that's the one that I showed you in the previous one. And then he just continues and continues and continues. He just keeps on mailing me, even though I've asked him to stop. He's got this thing about somebody hacking him, and Beshi being a thug and an evil and a what. And I said to him, listen, Beshi is my friend. If you're not going to get along with Beshi, we're not going to make this work. Beshi is my friend. And just Escalating locked out of YouTube. So they believed, before I even blocked him, he believed that I locked him out of his whole YouTube account. YouTube wouldn't let me post his comments. Every time YouTube, I don't know what happened to his internet, but he would post something and YouTube wouldn't accept it. At that stage, actually, I got a couple of emails and a couple of people saying that, where they want to post something and YouTube just doesn't take that. But every time he thinks I do it somehow. I don't know enough about computers. Personality disorder. This is a mail that he sent to me about some of my things. Yeah, he joined on the 1st and I cancelled his thing on the 15th of the next month. Okay. That was, and before that was actually quite cool. There were some cool comments, except I see there's one here that he also believes he got cancelled. In case this gets deleted, these are the comments you apparently missed. I get 100 comments on some of my videos. I can't read all of them, I'm so sorry. Looks like this comment is going to disappear. For some reason he believed that somehow people make his comments disappear. I have no idea how. Yeah, alright, so that was that. Just on a happier note, let me show you some papayas that came up. How cool is that? Okay, now back to it. So last night, in the middle of the night, I got a notification. Take note that this is now after I've blocked him on Discord, after I've blocked him on Facebook, after I've blocked him on different Facebook pages, anywhere that you can possibly find a way to un-Steve your life. I think I probably also named a pig Steve and slaughtered him for what it matters. I've tried everything to get rid of this guy. He comments on, if I post on a page that I absolutely love, 1 million pumpkins, absolutely wonderful people, wonderful page. If I comment there, he would comment there. I can't find it right now, but you'll have to trust me. And so he wins, and yesterday I posted on a friend of mine's channel, just lekker, just, you know, means wonderful. And he's like, how many animals did you kill? Blah 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 blah. Post that screenshot, yeah. And I'm like, okay, just ignore it, just don't feed the trolls, he'll go away. And then last night, in the middle of the night, I get a notification. I left a review on my Google page. Now I don't use my Google page for anything. I used to sell insects from there, but still he left a Google review there. And I spoke to some people and I said, okay, well, instead of deleting it, maybe ask the members to leave positive reviews. I've never done that before, but if you want to leave a positive review, there's a thing. I'll post that comment here below quickly. And so he said, wannabe permaculturalist turned opportunistic and neglecting animal welfare. Now, wannabe permaculturalist, let's talk about that. Steve is 100% right. I want to be a permaculturalist. I've never claimed myself to be an expert. I love the idea behind permaculture. I love to learn about permaculture. And it is one of those things, the more you learn, the more you realize this sheep likes to eat the chicken food. They're very neglected sheep. We never feed them. Very, very neglected. And so, you know, look at that one. She's never been fed before. But in any case, the more you know about permaculture, the more you realize that you don't know anything. You don't know anything about the world. You don't know anything about the plant. You don't know anything about soil. You simply don't know. I am the very first to admit, Steve, you're 100% right. I am an idiot when it comes to permaculture. And I wish everybody becomes an idiot. Realize that a plant like this, for instance, that I grew up with as a khaki boss, an evil thing that was brought here by the English and is like an evil weed to be exterminated, is actually such a wonderful medicinal plant. I've never would have known this if I didn't get interested in permaculture. If you zoom in, look at those wonderful flowers, and there's so many wonderful things once you realize that you're a wannabe. So I'm definitely a wannabe. Opportunistic, yes, I am opportunistic. I want to make videos. I want to spread permaculture into the world. If I can make money from it, I would love to make money from it. If people want to buy me a coffee, by all means I will accept it, because I want to make videos. I absolutely love this. And if I can get a way to do this more, then I want to do this more. So I am 100% opportunist. The animal welfare thing, I believe that is about the bunnies. There might be another claim as well. Could also be about the pigs. That's not in the most professional permaculture pig cages. I am the very first to admit that I would love to give my animals a better life. I would love to give my wife and children a better life, a better house as well. My animals don't live this Disney lives where they're 100% happy and then just the last day they die. The pigs, for instance, they're currently experiencing mud. Well, not now. I think we've added quite a lot of bankrupt bush in there last night, but sometimes there's too much mud in the pigsty. We don't have pigs. Almost fell. Let's do the river. Let's walk the river while we talk. And you know, it's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect. My setup is not perfect. My animals are not happy 100% of the time. Look at the moisture in the ground, how wonderful it is. I wonder if any of you can remember how much of a desert this was. So Stevie Boy is 100% correct. I am not the perfect animal husbanderer at all. A perfect animal keeper. I learn every day, and people in the comments teach me every day. YouTube, there's wonderful YouTubers out there, much better than I am, with a lot more knowledge than I have. And it was so interesting. I was on a video the other day. What's this? Something smells funny. On a interview the other day on a radio, and the guy said, where do you want to, if people want to learn more about permaculture, where do you go? I said, well, search you know, Jeff Lawton, search David the Good, search Bill Mollison, search Andrew Mollison on YouTube, search permaculture on YouTube. And he's like, dude, I'm trying to give you some sales, just tell us where we can find you. And I'm like, oh yeah, of course, you need to find my channel. He's trying to give me a prop to find me, and I'm thinking, where's the best place to learn permaculture? And it's not me. Oh, something bit me. It's not me. I'm definitely not the best farmer. I'm definitely not. I'm just a guy trying. And I cannot stress this enough. Anybody that think they'll come to me and they'll just learn everything, it's not me. I'm also a student. I'm also learning. There's a lot more people that's much more intelligent than I am. So the last straw before I finally banned him for everything was when he called me a neo-colonialist, descendants of white settler. He called me and decision makers in Australia and blah blah blah. I'll post a comment down below. And the fact of the matter is there's some truth to it. Although I'm not sure what a neo-colonialist means. I can guarantee you 100% that I haven't been a blessing to every single black person that's crossed my life. I am sure, and I try to be a blessing to most people that is around me. I think in general, me being in Africa has been a plus rather than a minus. Being a descendant from settlers, 100%. My surname is van Rensburg. I mean, we were in the groot track, in the giant track into the land. There's massacres that's named after my family name. I am as pink as they come. I've spent 5 minutes in the bush, got bitten by something that I don't know what it is, and that's what it looks like in 5 minutes later. I'm as pink as they come. I'm like a, I don't know, salamander or something. When the black people talk about us in a you know, in a derogatory way, they call us pink and rock dwellers or cave dwellers and things like that. And you know, they're not wrong. I'm pink. I'm soft. I'm not made for the sun. So I'm white. I don't know what to do about it. I can't paint my face black. I'm sure there will be a lot of comments if I do that. But Steve is not wrong. But that got his butt banned. He didn't believe, that's why I banned him. But that was sort of the last straw. Let me show you his last email towards me. Okay, so this is after I blocked him and I mentioned him somehow in one of my videos. I can't remember exactly what I said, but obviously he didn't agree with what I said. You made me laugh, self-proclaimed compassionate Christian, twisted up the facts and lied about what happened between you and I. I always maintained it was your farm and your decision. The only comments I made were suggestions, and take them or leave them. No strings attached. So, okay, so I believe there was strings attached, obviously. Like, there was one where he said, okay, so you did this and now you want to do this, just leave me, tell me if what's the plan. So sometimes I change my plan. But anyway, he was just a pain. This is now some hate comments that he got from people, and so that is why he believes I banned him, because I had no problem with people abusing him in the comments. And to put it bluntly, I can't care for everybody in the comments. If somebody doesn't like you, block them, report them. I'll try my best, send me one mail. I can't be the judge of everybody in the comment section. I can't do that. I can't even read all the comments. I mean, some of these comments that he made about me being a neo-Nazi, I replied to him, but I didn't even see him calling me a neo-Nazi. I get hate comments and I don't even know about it. I can't be the police for all of that. But anyway, so the last part is that is the reason you ban me, because you tolerate this evil language directed at me on your channel, and this is the reason I still watch your channel. Because I ask him, why, if this doesn't make you happy, if my channel doesn't make you happy, why are you watching my channel? Just go away, go. You know, I can't believe that this can be healthy to anybody's mental health. If you seriously despise somebody, why watch his channel? Why are you still here? Go do something else with your life. And I said this to him in mail, and he said, and this is the reason why I still watch your channel, because I want to know what kind of man you really are. You certainly aren't sober. You are not a Christian, and you are a liar. Danou, you are a fraud. I'll be watching, and more important, God is watching. Okay, so let's go through that quickly. Because I want to know what kind of man you are. Anybody's welcome to come and visit me. I've had wonderful people come and visit me. If you watch my channel long enough, you'll know what kind of man I am, I guess. You're welcome to interview my people that works for me. You're welcome to come to my town. Anybody in town knows me. Ask him what kind of man I am. I don't think there's anybody, I can count 3 people that doesn't like me, Steve being one. That's basically it. And I'm sure there's more people that don't like me, but you know, maybe they don't like me because of my sense of humor or whatever. But I don't think I've cheated anybody or been evil towards anybody. Anyway, guys, let's continue. So because I want to know what kind of man you really are. You certainly aren't sober. Let's talk about my relationship with alcohol. He's saying this because in some videos I mentioned that we don't drink, and for a while that was true. We had no alcohol in our house, and we even considered speaking to friends that was drinking and telling them not to drink. However, I've never believed it to be a sin. I've been drunk in my life before. I'm not an alcoholic. That's not the reason why we don't drink. I just simply think, you know, the world is difficult enough. If you throw yourself a curveball, then it becomes more difficult. And I want to instill this into my children. I grew up in a house that wasn't drinking, and so it's easier for me not to drink. My wife sometimes have wine. I bought the wine, you know, for some dates that we have. Recently Andre and Inga was here. They brought us like little thingies of alcohol, and that night everybody went to sleep, and I went and I got one, and my wife and I drank that. Something you're supposed to have after a meal. So it's not like now, especially, it's not like we don't drink anything at all. It's just alcohol is not a main thing in our lives. We don't plan a meal regarding alcohol. If we go a week or 2 without drinking, it's not the end of the world for us. And now if our friends drink, it's also not an issue. But for a while it was really strict in our house. We've let go a little bit of that. Yeah, we're not as strong as that. Okay, so that's where the whole sober thing comes from. You are not a Christian, and you are a liar. Okay, let's talk about me being a Christian. If you ask me if I do believe that Jesus is the Savior, the truth and the light, I will say to you 100%. I believe that 100%. If you look at my life and you see, can I find anything wrong with this person? If that is your judgment, there's a big chance that you'll see, yes, this guy is not 100% a Christian. I don't live the life that I would love to live. That's a whole tongue twister. But I'm not the example of the prime example of, you know, being the Christian what. Definitely not. If you think I'm a liar, if you think I'm a fraud, if you think I'm a cheater, if you think I'm a murderer, if you think I'm a, you know, all sorts of evils. I'm sure you'll find that in me. I am a despicable human being. I try, and that is what I can offer the world, is that I try. I'm definitely not the poster child of being a Christian. Donna, you are a fraud. I think I've addressed that. I'll be watching, and more importantly, God is watching. I know God is watching. I do this thing where I say, performing for the audience of one. I want to make a joke on this, thinking of how much money would Google pay me if God is watching my videos. But it's not a joke. God is watching, and I'm okay with that. I hope that one day, when I go home to Him, that He will say, "Well done, you good and faithful servant." I try, and I'm definitely not perfect. So, more importantly, God is watching. Steve, I'm also glad you are watching. I appreciate the revenue that I get from YouTube because of you. Thank you for making me money. Thank you for helping me spreading my missions. Whenever you make a negative comment in the future again, I'll be posting a link to this video. Hopefully I'll get more views, I'll get more money, and I'll be able to continue with my work. Hope you have a wonderful day. That is going to be the end of my story. Yeah.